story quest. Okay, wait. Before you comment in fury, hear me out. I love Xianyun. I recently pulled her for my Xiao team, and now my son hits like a truck. I love Yuandai and Shuyu's story. I love Traveler's cutscene at the end. So how, you ask, do I hate her quest? A few other people have been talking about this topic of what has been lovingly dubbed NPC story quests. Because it's not about her, it's about Yuandai. A few other people have been talking about this topic of what has been lovingly dubbed NPC story quests. This refers to how a lot of story quests are centered around random NPCs. Xianyun's story quest is a glaring example of this, but for some reason, no one's talking about it. So I thought I would. Spoilers for Xianyun's story quest. While the story looks to be initially about Xianyun as she talks with Ganyu and Shenhe, and we learn about her true strength as Cloud Retainer, it all ends when Yuandai shows up. After this, the entire quest is about Yuandai's quest to find her memories. I was hoping maybe it ties into Cloud Retainer's story. Nope. Turns out Xianyun is a side character in Yuandai's story, not the other way around like it should be. You could make an argument that her behavior towards Yuandai is supposed to help show her motherly nature, but we already get scenes establishing that with Ganyu and Shenhe. After the brief stories about her past, I think we hope to get to see that Cloud Retainer in action. That's the logical progression. However, that, as is apparent, didn't happen. At lunch, we run into this random old woman and her granddaughter, and the player instantly gets the, "Oh, now here's the plot" feeling, which is typically a good feeling. Not here. They sit at our table, and for no real reason, we decide to help them. This is where the problems start. From this point on, you could cut out Xianyun completely, and almost nothing would change. We could have still gone to Xingqiu and the mountain. The only thing that might change is how Xianyun explains Yuandai's backstory. But even then, one of the oldest rules of storytelling is show, don't tell. I'm going to get into the most controversial aspect of my opinion here, so big opinion incoming. I hate the Traveler cutscene at the end. I know earlier I said I love it, and I do, but I have mixed feelings, we could say. I'll be straight, I cried. I don't cry a lot for movies or games, here I teared up. But after the emotional roller coaster that was meeting our sibling again, I thought about it. And while it's still a beautiful cutscene, it feels out of place. Think about it for a moment. This is Xianyun's story quest, and yet in her cutscene, her big end moment, she has 3 lines? And it's not even about her? Seriously? Not to mention her lines at the end were barely about her, they were about comforting the traveler. So it leaves me wondering, why here? Why not in the Archon quests, even better? Why not one of the Dane quests? It just feels so out of pocket the second you think about it from a writing perspective. Anyway, that ends my rant. It's short and messy, so I'm open to clarifying or taking new opinions in the comments. I'm trying to make more writing content and preparing a video on how Genshin writes their women. So make sure to subscribe with notifications so as to not miss that. Thank you for watching, and now I bid you adieu.